In 2025, the HBCU Brilliance Initiative at Reinvestment Fund did more than just hold the line. We advanced with intention, deepening our commitment to HBCUs and the communities they serve nationwide, rooted in the belief that HBCUs are not only centers of learning, but also powerful anchor institutions and engines of economic mobility. The initiative continues to align capital, capacity, and strategy to unlock their full potential. With the magnanimous support and partnership of the Kresge Foundation, we launched a transformational Inaugural Cohort designed to expand access to flexible capital, deliver tailored technical assistance, and foster meaningful peer-to-peer learning. The first cohort engaged 11 outstanding institutions. We were so grateful to have this amazing group. Together, these institutions did more than participate. They co-designed. Their leadership, insight, and innovation helped shape a model grounded in institutional voice, real-world application, and long-term sustainability. They stand as powerful examples of what is possible when access, opportunity, and capital are intentionally aligned. At its core, the Brilliance Initiative is not simply a program. It's a platform for systems change, and it happened because of Kresge Foundation. By integrating impact investing, the institutional capacity building, we're working to strengthen HBCUs as drivers of community development, place-based investment, and generational wealth creation. Our approach recognizes that sustainable transformation requires both capital deployment and the infrastructure to store it effectively. At its core, the initiative addresses systemic under-capitalization. HBCUs have historically been underfunded relative to predominantly white institutions, limiting their ability to invest in infrastructure, expand academic offerings, and fully leverage their role as anchor institutions. This chronic capital gap is not just about dollars, though. It translates into deferred maintenance, constrained growth, and missed opportunities for community investment. Layered onto that is the lack of access to flexible, affordable capital. Even when funding opportunities exist, many HBCUs face barriers in accessing them due to balance sheet constraints, limited borrowing capacity, or misalignment between traditional financing products and institutional realities. This creates a cycle where institutions with the greatest need often have the least access. And this is why the HBCU Brilliance Initiative, CDFIs, and the Reinvestment Fund are critically important to the success of HBCUs long-term and their sustainability. The institutions were engaged as co-creators, not just beneficiaries. The program was designed to reflect their lived realities on each one of their campuses, even when that required more time and complexity. And what that looked like? Sometimes slower progress, more iterative processes, but all of it ensured institutional alignment before execution. The other thing we were very keen about doing is making sure that a central tenet of the initiative was that capital must be aligned constantly and not extractive or misaligned with institutional needs, meaning that we did not impose that they needed to be prescriptive in the way that they utilized the funds other than the reality that it needed to be used for capacity building and infrastructure projects. We have heard from our cohort that the work of the HBCU Brilliance Initiative has been critically important. There are many institutions in our cohort who had already started master plans and complex projects for infrastructure and capacity building. And then there are others who learned from the institutions who had greater level of knowledge and experience and who may not have had the vision and foresight to even begin had they not been a part of the cohort, gained so many amazing tools from our technical assistance experts, and been able to engage in peer-to-peer knowledge sharing. This has been a tremendously important experience for these institutions, whether they were advanced in their capability or still learning.